everybody, so I have my ears back on. We decided that since it has cooled off and I have been craving a Dole for weeks, that we would give Disney Springs an attempt. I'm not going to be here very long because I can't wear a mask for very long, but we're just going to try it out and see how it goes and hopefully make the best of it because I really miss Disney.
We're gonna give it a shot. I had to go buy a mask specifically to come to Disney Springs.
Yeah, I have one that I wear at work for short periods of time for like dentals and stuff. So it is like a little breathy for me because they know at work that I can't like have anything really tight to my face. So we're gonna give it a shot. If we don't, we just don't know. And I miss Disney, so we're just gonna try it and see how it goes.
Right on down. It's the end of our first video.
You go over there.
Or we can go wherever. We're already in line here.
How are you this evening? Love the ears. How
I
cute
miss
are
Disney,
you?
so I came.
Yes. Welcome. Welcome
you.
back.
Okay, so we just had our temperatures checked. Getting through was super easy. However, I can already tell you I've had this thing on for like 2 minutes and it's already like really hot. So we're just gonna get food and we're gonna go. Maybe stop at World of Disney.
This is it.
Yeah, but I'm back in Disney and that makes me really happy. Like I could cry right now because I miss Disney so much. So they've got their little arrows marking which way you should and should not be going and keep traffic down. But as you can see, there's really not a lot of people here. Now, granted to all of the current events that are happening, they are closing a little bit early today because Orlando's back under curfew. So it is towards the end, but like I said, we waited until it cooled down and where we wouldn't be here for very long, just because I can't wear this for very long. But oh my god, it feels nice to be back. Ooh.
That's better.
Air conditioning and to be home. Where's Bob? Not that I'm going to be needing luggage anytime soon because I moved here. It's the only place I travel. But it's still cute.
That's nice.
With this collection, I want them all. Yeah, so we cut through World of Disney because it was getting really hot and I couldn't really breathe. So we kind of walked through some AC. It was nice to see some Disney merchandise. We just walked right in. There was no line tonight. I know the first couple of days it was open. There was like a 2 to 5 hour wait to get in, but we didn't have to deal with that tonight, thankfully. So now we're gonna go get some Earl and then we're gonna head back home. Really short vlog, really short trip, but it's good to be back. Okay, so we made it to Earl, and we're waiting to get our food, and then we're going to grab a Dole Whip on the way out if we can get there in time. I'm really not sure we're gonna make it in time because the line for Earl was pretty long, and we've got 20 minutes. So fingers crossed that I get my Dole Whip because it's the whole reason that I caved and came. But it's nice to be able to sit down, take the mask off, drink some lemonade, rehydrate, because it really does make you feel so much hotter than usual. So like I'm having to sit down more. I am having to just find a place and just chill because it's hot. Definitely do not recommend during the day. But here in the evening, when the humidity's kind of gone, it's bearable. but I definitely don't recommend it for like the heat of the day. And even though I love Disney and I miss it so much, this isn't going to be a frequent thing for us until things are different. We may come here and there just to satisfy some pregnancy cravings, but it's definitely not worth it to me to continue doing over and over. Like typically when I got off work, we would get dressed, do my hair, and then we'd come to Springs like every night. That's definitely not going to be the case for a while, but maybe every other week or so, just so I can get my Earl and my Dole Whips. But we'll see. I'll probably do more of the actual vlogging for this vlog once we get home, because I can't like talk through the mask. I don't feel like you guys can hear me, and I'm also really just focusing on staying hydrated and breathing. So I'll check back in with you guys soon to let you know if I actually get that Dole Whip. The beautiful Earl sandwich. You know, one of these days I'll actually try something else, but I'm so addicted to the holiday turkey. Every time I come here, I'm like, I'm gonna try something different. And then holiday turkey. I have a problem, but it's a good problem. So I know I talked about this on a previous vlog, but I didn't actually show you guys. The holiday turkey is quite literally Thanksgiving dinner on a sandwich. So you got cranberry sauce, you got turkey, you got stuffing, and you got Thanksgiving. And it's fabulous. Highly recommend. Okay. Got Earl. Now I'm like power walking to go get my Dole Whip. I've got 11 minutes. We'll see if we can do this. Bastion's got his little wrap. What did you get this time?
It's a buffalo chicken wrap. Well, yeah, it's the buffalo chicken wrap. Because I didn't want the buffalo chicken sandwich or the Chipotle chicken sandwich because I had avocado on it.
Oh yeah, and I've got my mask right here. I've just got it off because I am eating and drinking as I walk. And as long as you are consuming food, you can take it off. But they do ask that you put it back on as soon as you're done. So I'm just really doing my best to stay hydrated, and I'm wearing the mask in between food. We made it! Barely, but I'm here. Dole Whip time. So they have the new Dole Whip nachos, and that is so what I'm about to try. I saw them when Springs opened back up, and I was really excited. Okay, got my Dole Whip nachos, got my mask back on because I'm out of my drink, and so now we're just waiting on my nachos, and then we're gonna head back home. Yeah, head back home. So, get something. So good. Oh my gosh. So, I got your Dole Whip and the vanilla ice cream, so like the Dole Whip float. And then you've got chunks of pineapple, and then these little things that they put on some of the drinks, like in Pandora. Whipped cream, waffle cone, strawberry syrup, and sprinkles. And overall, it's just amazing. This is so what I needed.
Was it worth it?
Yes. Okay, so we're on our way home now. Just left Springs. Leaving was kind of weird. The cast member that was there was but anyways, we're on our way home now. Overall, the experience wasn't horrible. I would not say I'm going to be doing it often. Hopefully this whole situation will blow over soon and we won't have to live like this forever. But you know, overall, if you're just going to grab something to eat, especially someplace that is you know, right near the garages, it's not terrible because you can take the mask off while you're eating, which was nice for me because we literally just went to grab dinner. So we basically wore it from our car to Earl Snadwhich, sat down, ate, and then we walked from Earl to Marketplace Snacks to grab my Dole Whip nachos and left. So that was literally all that we did. And that was even a little uncomfortable. It was hard to breathe for me a couple times. Sebastian just said he was hot. But yeah. For me though, there was a couple times when I felt like I couldn't breathe and just had to like sit down. But that's why I said I definitely don't recommend going during the day. Maybe early in the morning. I don't know what time Springs is actually opening right now. I know everything with like COVID, the times are not normal. Everything's off. So I'll have to look and see and link those into the video to kind of see. But maybe if you were going like first thing in the morning, it wouldn't be too bad. And like I said, we went within an hour to close. We were only there for like 45 minutes, if that. So, you know, during the heat of the day, I couldn't do it. Yesterday, I almost passed out just from walking around outside for maybe a half hour. At what time was it when we were over?
Yeah, it was around 1-ish.
It was like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, but the heat is just so bad, and that was with me staying hydrated and like walking in the shade. So I wouldn't recommend this, at least not in current times. For midday, I'd definitely say go in the evening or go first thing in the morning if that's a possibility. Definitely not gonna be a regular thing though for us. Maybe every couple weeks until things get back to normal. I am glad that we tried it though, because I really needed that Disney experience. Like I almost cried when we pulled into the parking lot and I saw Planet Hollywood. Got a little teary-eyed because I've missed it so much. So it felt good to be back. The Disney experience itself, most of the cast members were their typical happy, peppy selves. There were a couple that you could tell were just over it. But overall, you know, the cast was great. They did have hand sanitizing stations everywhere. Like, you know, the whole Disney's got a trash can every 30 feet. I swear they've done the same for hand sanitizing stations, which is awesome. They've also got the distancing markers on the ground. What else were they doing? The walkways. Yeah, they had the one-way walkways. All the stores and restaurants had one way that you could come in and one exit. So it was like a whole flow. You couldn't just choose whichever entrance you want to like you usually would. It was all coordinated for that. Didn't see any of the stormtroopers though. I'm guessing it was because it was a little later in the day. I was hoping to get to see some of the stormtroopers out, but we didn't, and that's okay. And honestly, it could have been because we weren't in the right spot, because like I said, we literally just got out of the car, went and got food, and then left. So they may have been out and I just didn't see them. Any other thoughts, Bash?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, Bash said he didn't think it was as bad as he thought it would be. And I can agree with that. Like, I'm still not on board with the whole requiring people to wear masks thing, because it is something that you just have to be really cautious about if you are in a condition like I am. But at least in the afternoon, it was bearable. Like I said, and I'm just going to keep reiterating this, I do not recommend doing that in the heat of the day. I wouldn't recommend doing it with young kids. There was a lot of kids that you could tell that they were just like pouring sweat from having to wear their little masks. They weren't, I would say, I don't think that they were enforcing the mask thing as tightly for the kids. Like, there were some babies that, you know, had it but were pulled down because they were just so hot, and nobody was saying anything. But I don't know, it wasn't even really busy, which I guess being there 45 minutes before close could have had something to do with that. Or maybe just because it's a Sunday evening, but it wasn't, like I said, we didn't have to wait in a line to get into World of Disney. We just walked right through. There was no line to get into the co-op. The longest we stood was getting Earl, and that was about a 10-minute line. And that's just typical. Anytime I go to Earl Sandwich, that's what I expect. So hold on 1 second. We're driving home. We're coming up on the Contemporary. Just had to show you guys that. Haven't seen any monorails since the day Bash caught those pictures. But obviously we know Disney's reopening dates now, or supposed reopening. I guess they have to wait for Orange County to approve it, and I don't know what's going to happen with that now, with us being back under curfew. But
It's the castle.
oh, the castle! I don't know if you guys can see it around Lieutenant Dan, but there.
Hey,
Oh, I'm actually coming up on a red light. So, funny story. I always pray that this light turns red so I can sit here and look at the castle for a minute, and it never does. So you guys are so lucky. And of course,
the monorail beam.
the monorail beam is in the way, so you still can't see it. But we got Space Mountain. And since I got you guys on here, you get to see some of the Tron construction. So the castle's right there on the other side of the trees. Let's see over here. You can kind of see the turrets. You'll see it in a second. There it is. Space Mountain, and then all of the construction is for the new Tron coaster that's supposed to be debuting next year. I'm curious to hear what Disney's got to say about the future of some of these projects that were already paid for or started. Like, I know Epcot's undergoing a lot for the 50th. Tron's going up. Cinderella Castle's being painted. Like, they've got so much going on to get ready for next year. And I'm wondering, you know, since they halted construction, is there going to be a delay on the opening of these, or are they just going to put it in overdrive? Is anything going to be canceled? They haven't said yet. So we are now technically in the backstage Disney area. The monorail beams that you're seeing here actually bring them back to shop, which is right back there. And then this little train crossing here is where the trains come after they leave the Magic Kingdom. I've actually had the opportunity to do the backstage train tour, which was awesome, and they actually let you board the train, come back down here, and then they let you learn all the fun stuff about the locomotives. So yep, this is where all the monorails and the trains are housed. And then back over here is where they keep all of the holiday decor. And then we have Disney University and Magic Kingdom cast parking. So yeah, got to see a little bit of backstage Disney as well. So anyways, we are about home. So I'm gonna hop off here. Just wanted to do a quick vlog of our very spontaneous, much needed Disney fix. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.